And he's like this, Miss, sick the PI on my girlfriend for my protection. Retract your claws lest you scratch yourself with hypocrisy. Which I pushed saying
showing your 30ness there because it wasn't as smooth. Yeah.
I said it so bad.
That was awful. Beautifully delivered. Yeah.
I'm ill.
Hello, welcome to this edition of Stab in the Dark podcast. I'm joined by Mike and Dave.
Hello.
Good evening, both. And
Good evening.
if you're watching in the morning, good morning.
Or good night.
Or good afternoon. Or why are you still up at 4 a.m? But this is the Stab in the Dark podcast, and we've got a lot to get on with, so let's just get right into it. And this week's horror highlights and frights, where we go through something we've watched that we've liked, and maybe if we have seen something rubbish, but we don't go out of our way to do that one. But if we have, we can talk about it.
I also do that.
You do that on purpose.
Yeah, because it's fun. Shit is sometimes fun.
So let's start this week with Dave.
Oh, okay, going first. Great. So let's start off with Send Help. I was looking forward to it a few episodes ago, and I finally got to see it at the cinema. Directed by Sam Raimi, Dylan O'Brien.
Categorize for me the level of Raiminess to it.
Ooh.
Is it high Raiminess? I mean, most of his movies are quite high Raiminess. Is it as Raimi as Drag Me to Hell?
No. There's plenty of Raiminess in it. It pushes the boat out in some places. Like very violent in some places. Very, very fun. Like overall, I really, really enjoyed it. I'd recommend it to you, especially as a Sam Raimi fan. Two great performances. Like, I'm a big fan of Rachel McAdams already.
Yeah.
Dylan O'Brien, I saw in Maze Runner, he was good. But in this, great. Really holds his own.
Yeah. Sure.
It's more or less...
Are they like both protagonists, or is one of them the villain?
Well, I don't want to spoil too much, but like the role flips between them as the story goes on.
So like a possession thing. I don't know anything about this movie, essentially.
This is the one on the island, right?
That's right.
Yes. We did talk about this.
Yeah, so that's the story, is that she works for him. He's like the son of the boss. She is expecting a promotion. He comes in and gives it to his college buddy, basically. They go on a business trip. It crashes on the desert. And he's like basically injured. And she's trained in survival, so she starts to look after him. And then it escalates from there in a very Sam Raimi way.
Yeah, corporate Lord of the Flies.
Actually,
Blue Lagoon.
pretty good. Yeah, pretty good. Yeah,
indeed. Yeah, awesome.
Cool. What would you give it out of 10?
Ooh, is this a new element? We haven't done this
is
before.
something new.
Yeah.
7.
7 out of 10? That's good for a horror film.
It's good.
We should clarify that you think 5 is average, though, right? Whereas I think 7 is average.
Yeah. No, it's above average.
Yeah, indeed.
Like for me, it's one of like the weaker Sam Raimi films I saw.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
I haven't seen like too many of them. It's not as good as Drag Me to Hell. Not as good as Evil Dead, obviously.
Yeah, but those are very high bars to
yeah.
hit. So yeah, I'm sure it's good.
You'll enjoy it. But I think both of you will enjoy it.
Cool. I look forward to watching it, actually, this one. I'll go next, and I've got on my good list this week, it's 2002's Queen of the Damned.
I've seen that one.
Yeah, it's a fun one.
It's the first time I've ever watched it. Watched it with my girlfriend. We bought the DVD.
Nice.
And we kind of watched it one night because she loves the kind of vampire romance stuff. So we gave it a watch. And we've got Michael Rimmers directed this one. Obviously, it's based on the book by Anne Rice. Raunchy books, apparently. I've read them raunchy.
No, I never read them.
Anne Rice is the one, she also did Interview with the Vampire. Right?
Yeah, this is a sequel to that.
Oh, okay. I didn't know they were in the same
the same universe.
thing.
Yeah. Lestat, isn't it, in both?
The Rice-verse.
Stuart Townsend, I believe, replaces Tom Cruise in this one, in the character.
Yeah.
So that one is more famous, but this one is kind of raunchy and more fun in a way.
Yeah. It's a bit eroticism heavy, isn't it? Yeah. Isn't there like some... It's been a long time since I've seen it. Sexy dancing in some scenes.
Yeah.
Sexy dancing, you got... exactly. That's her final film role before she died. And she's incredibly sexy in this as well, as is the sort of... That romantasy, fantasy. Fantasy. How do you say it?
I like romantasy. I don't think I've ever heard that.
Romantasy is a good name.
I think that's what it is.
Yeah. He's a singer, right, in it?
Yeah, because I becomes a singer, wakes up in the present day.
There's some kind of pop stuff going on.
It's the singer from Korn. Like the singer from Korn does the voice. I remember that.
Yeah, he awakens in the modern world and becomes a rock singer, and basically turns his band into vampires. So they're all doing it together.
Yeah, very cool.
Like the Hex Girls.
Yeah. And then like sort of the love interest is all romanticises. They're all like young women, and all the vampires or beings are like 500, 600 years old.
Yeah.
So it's the same with all the Akatar books. They're all like 500-year-old god with 19-year-old girl. Is that a type of vibe?
I feel like Anne Rice, that's all of her novels, right? She's like the queen of that.
With that whole genre.
Fantasy, vampire shit.
But it was really good. And like I said, the soundtrack. So this came out at the time, it was on CD. I've actually got a copy of it now on CD.
Right.
Nice.
Yeah.
But it's got like, Deftones is on it. You got Papa Roach on it. It's
a very 2002 then.
Super 2002. And if you want just that cool 2002 vibe, I'd definitely recommend it.
in totality, I imagine. The setting and the
exactly.
the music,
it's fun and it feels like a movie that came out then. And I kind of missed that vibe, so I enjoyed it a lot. I'm going to be with Dave on like the above average thing and say this is a 7 out of 10.
Mm.
So that's what I'm going to go with this time. Finally, Mike, something good from you.
Yeah, I'm kind of somewhat cheating because I'm going to go for 2 because one's worth mentioning because it's a recent one that Dave talked about before, and it'll be a shorter one because we've already gone through what it is. But my first one is Who Can Kill a Child, or it was also released. I mean, it was released under an alternate title, but I wrote the same title twice. So it was released under an alternate title. I can't remember what it is. Would You Kill a Child? Possibly. I don't know. 1976. It's the same guy that did The House That Screamed, which is also something I recommend. But it's awesome. It's brutal. It's about like a couple that go to a Greek island. I think it's Greece. And they go there and there's no adults and there's like children like lingering around and they're wondering what's happened to the adults. It's a bit like The Birds where you get like tons of kids sitting around kind of watching them and stuff, sitting on rooftops. And the whole thing is that like something has happened and the children have killed the people. And it's called Who Can Kill a Child because effectively none of the adults fought back because they don't want to kill what are children, and for a lot of them were their own children. And it's very shocking and quite brutal for the 70s. And I recommend it highly. It's bloody and super good. And
awesome.
Yeah.
It sounds like Children of the Corn a bit to me.
Yeah, but I think Children of the Corn is kind of whack.
Yeah, it's personally bad. The idea is really good. But
I mean, Village of the Damned is better, but this is like real good. Like I gave this a 9 out of 10. I think this is like a kind of underground classic. I watched it because it was referenced on the Evolution of Horror podcast a while ago, which is something I watch from time to time. And yeah, man, it's fucking great. It's like I think Spanish and English production because the 2 main characters are English and the rest of the cast is Spanish or something. So I might have been wrong about Greece. It's been a while since I watched it.
This is where the factual podcast.
Yeah,
this is the factual.
This is why we moved
podcast.
away from facts and more about opinions.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
We're a vibes podcast.
Yeah. Feel free to fact check and call me a moron in the comments for sure. And then the other thing I wanted to mention is that I have now watched Bone Temple.
Okay.
And previously it was on. I was unsure whether I'd like it because I thought 28 years later the first one was a bit of a piece of shit that disappointed me and it didn't really impress me that much. But Bone Temple is awesome.
Yeah.
Especially the third act is
100%.
super good.
Yep.
This is exactly what I wanted from. I mean, I feel like Danny Boyle, him stepping back and somebody else, Nida Costa directing it, has helped it a lot. I mean, the bit you were talking about, which I'm also not going to say, is pretty sweet. I'm not really usually a fan of that kind of thing in movies, but I was a fan here. And I've gone from hating the Jimmies to kind of liking that. That's fine. I don't think it's done anything to improve my opinion retrospectively of 28 years later, but Bone Temple good.
Great.
Nice.
Oh, I'm happy with that. What would you give it out of 10?
I gave it an 8.
Wow. Nice. I tend to agree with that 8 because I think the original might be a 10 out of 10 for me. So
Yeah, I think I've got
It's
the
one of the
original.
best films ever made.
The original,
the first one, yeah.
The original at a 9, and I fully agree with what you said about that being the best one after the original. But at the same time, I stand by what I said, where I don't really like the other ones anyway. But
do you go out of this excited for? Well, everyone knows it's not a spoiler, but
the third one,
yeah, because there is a new one that's been announced.
Yeah,
So.
has it been confirmed though? Because wasn't
Yeah.
the worries
But it's
about
a bit
that
up in
because
the
of
air, isn't it?
the
No,
Was it up in the air now?
I think so, yeah.
Because
Ah.
not a lot of people went to see Bone Temple in the cinema because the first one wasn't as well received by the public. So it's
It's a
kind
shame.
of
It's a
worry.
bummer, yeah.
But also, now that I've watched this one and it's Danny Boyle again directing the third one, that puts me down a little bit.
Yeah, but
Like,
the
I just
first
want more
one,
of-
he can do magic, Danny Boyle, and he's done it a lot.
Now, he's done many, many excellent movies, and I don't doubt his credibility as a director. But in a similar manner, he's done a lot of movies that I think are just fine. And if it's closer to the first one than the second one, then I'm probably going to be a bit down on the third one. But I'm not going to shit on it until it's out. If it does come out, we'll have to see. But yeah,
All right, well, let's go to our frights. And I'm going to start this one because this is a random one that nobody has heard of in their life.
yeah.
I can't wait to hear about
I
this.
mean, it has a title that, when you ask I asked ChatGPT for like hidden underground horror movies, and I'll be digging so deep for underground shit that it'll just make up a title that doesn't exist. I'll Google it and it's just put some words together. This title sounds like one of those where it's just like made up. Yeah.
This is Force of Nature, The Dry 2 from 2024.
It sounds like Mad Libs or Cards Against
Seriously?
Humanity. It doesn't sound real.
No, this is great. So it's not great.
Reading a Jenga board is not a Scrabble board is what this is. Yeah,
It's an Australian movie, and it's a sequel to something. I've not seen the first one, but it's a sequel.
What, you watched the second one and not the first one? What the fuck?
What if
Why?
it's not a fright if you watch the first one? What if the first one ties it all together? Like,
Yeah, I don't think it does. Basically, the backstory to watching this was that I was making dinner, so I put something on the TV for Hole to watch.
Right.
And I was like, oh, a David Attenborough documentary on Sky Showcase. I was like, yeah, let's watch Sky Showcase for half an hour while I cook tea.
Based on the title, you thought that is what you're saying?
No,
Or-
there was a David
Oh,
Attenborough
right,
thing
yeah,
on
okay.
before it.
Right.
And it was on Sky Showcase. So I'll just throw Attenborough on for half an hour. Took me longer than half an hour to cook, so the movie started as I was cooking tea.
Right.
But Hole was like, oh, this is actually pretty good, we should watch this.
You got pulled in.
So I was like, oh, okay. And it kind of about a woman who disappears under very dubious circumstances after a party of women go out hiking overnight and get lost. That's the basic premise.
So it's not like a direct continuation of whatever the first one
I don't think so.
is.
I think maybe there's characters that are in
Eric
this
Banner's
one.
in it when I looked it up. And I
Yeah.
love Eric Banner, so
Well, this
purely based on Chopper. The rest of his movies are ass, but like he was in Chopper and I like that.
But
So.
basically, in this, these women go out. They all start like going at each other, like
crabs.
I hate you. You're having an affair with my husband. You're having an affair with mine.
Right. Is it like an episode of Neighbours being as
Well,
though
it is. Yeah, it's set in the sticks in Australia, in Victoria, a couple of hours outside Melbourne, and it's partly paid for by the Victoria government out there. And,
which is often a sign for quality. I love
yeah,
Australia
to be fair, but this isn't.
This is a stain on their productions.
It's a stain on
yeah.
it. And there are like good. The premise is fun. I like the premise. It reminded me a bit of that Daniel Radcliffe one.
Oh, Jungle.
Jungle.
Oh,
yeah.
Jungle's awesome.
Yeah, great film.
So
Yeah.
it reminded me a bit of that, but reminded me because the premise is similar, not in.
The quality.
It probably
Yeah.
hurt it if it's similar to something
Yeah,
that's so
yeah.
good. Yeah.
But it isn't really that similar. But it's kind of Anyway, and it turns out that this woman has been murdered or something overnight. They find her body after a while. All the friends, and it skips back between the present day and the night before. And they make ludicrous decisions. They lose their way. Their map gets burnt or whatever. So they find this hut that used to belong to this old. They think maybe a serial killer lived around here, and they see dog bones buried in the ground, and they're like, "What if he comes back to the hut?" But no one's been in it for years. And the one woman's like, "I'm going now. I'm going. I'm leaving. I've got to go." But there's no sunlight
I would say
left.
that dog bones doesn't necessarily mean serial killer.
No, it doesn't. It's
just
ridiculous.
means dead dog. That's all it means.
It's a ridiculous premise.
Yeah.
And like she starts to try to get out, and then they all fight over the torch, and then one of them gets their head hit like by the torch.
What?
But the torch?
Yeah.
How much does this torch weigh?
Well, no, but like
How are they fighting over
they
it?
stop fighting over it in this little hut. It's like just shut up.
Right.
Just like what's wrong with you? And
It's
then
like quite a dramatic movie. Is
But
what you're
what's his
painting a
face?
picture of. Eric Bana.
Eric Bana, he is like the cop in it, who is sort of the main character because they sort of shoved a male main character in the middle of it when it didn't need it, and he plays like the cop.
He's investigating.
Yeah, and he finds the body and blah blah blah, and it actually ends up that the sister accidentally killed her sister, and they're trying to cover it up.
Right.
And there's lots of red herrings, and it's really bad. It's a really bad third act, and then it basically ends with him on top of a cliff while hiking and like looking out longingly at the jungle in front of him or the bush, and you're like, that was shit.
It's so profound. What a profound
Yeah,
ending.
exactly. And I was like,
It sounds like 1,000 other movies.
exactly. It was just
seen.
generic.
And what's
crap.
more, 1,000 movies that were in the 80s and 90s, not in when there's 2012 or something. when I looked
2024.
That's what. Well, there we go. Yeah.
So yeah, not good. Do you have a fright this week, Mark?
I do. I changed it multiple times because I kept watching.
You watch so many shit films.
I was circling the toilet of garbage that I kept finding worse and worse movies. But I've ended up on the worst movie I've seen since the last recording was one that Dave's mentioned before. I mean, Return to Silent Hill is
shit.
just a complete piece
man.
of crap, man. It's just a piece. Yeah, it's like a cutscene collection from. So I haven't played Silent Hill 2, but it's probably got cutscenes. If you've watched the cutscenes from that, they probably took a lot of that and just filmed it. The acting's fucking terrible.
It's
the
really
CGI looks like it's 2000. It looks worse than the original Silent Hill from 2006. It looks like someone's just shat out something on fucking paint at times, and it's like it's like filled with this kind of like. It's trying to be real emotional, trying to tell this story, and I wanted to cry for different reasons than the emotions it was presenting.
Did you love the story about his wife? Were you invested?
I was not. It was just, I mean, it's probably really powerful in the game if that's what the game does. I don't know. But like, it's just, you have to, I mean, that start where she doesn't get on the coach or whatever is stupid as hell. But then you have to watch it again at the end of the movie. He plays the same fucking shit scene. So he's shut in my eyes twice with the same bit. And the rest of it's just him like walking around, and it's as interesting as watching somebody else getting lost in the game world, essentially. There's a little spookum going on, like something walking around. You see the same monsters over and over. It's just shit, is what it is. Yeah.
Okay.
What's your rating, Mike?
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen it's no Wrong Turn 5, so I'm going to give it, I think I gave it a 3. There is worse in the world.
Is it better than that puppet one you brought up?
Oh, no, that wasn't even a movie. That was 10 minutes of shite alongside other movies going on. So that got a 1. That's like that's doesn't even count as a movie in my head. That's how bad it is. So at the very least, this was a movie. It was just a pile of shit. So that's a 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you for your contribution.
Yeah.
And finally, Dave, have you got anything bad or you got more good? What's on the menu?
I've been lucky enough to not see any frights this time. So I have another horror delight to talk about, and it's one you spoke about before, Mike. Bugonia. The latest from Yorgos Lanthimos.
Yeah. We've already slightly talked about it in text form, but so I know a bit of your opinion. But
yeah. Well, I loved it.
Yeah.
I was really excited to watch it. Big fan of the director. Massive fan of Emma Stone. Especially when they're together. It's like lightning in a bowl. So just to like catch you up, Joe.
Oh, I've seen it.
Oh, you've seen it?
I've seen it too.
Great. So we can get into it then, can't we?
Go for it. Well, do you want to do spoilers?
Well, we haven't done spoilers for anything else.
We haven't done spoilers for anything else. But
You're the host.
Okay. Let's do spoilers for this.
Spoiler
one.
warning, like flashing up all over the screen. Yeah.
Just give us a lowdown, and then we'll do spoilers, Dave. So yeah, first of all, no spoilers, and then we'll do a quick deep dive.
Okay, so I'll just go over the plot, and then so the premise: they're cousins, right?
Yeah.
Two
Yes,
cousins,
I believe
in like a kind of downtrodden, like rundown, like town, are convinced that the CEO of like a
major corporation,
like a local like
pharmaceutical
exactly, like a mega pharmaceutical corporation played by Emma Stone, that she's actually an alien
Yep.
out to destroy the human race. So they've like come up with a plan to kidnap her and like make her take them to her home planet to like negotiate like the survival of the human race, right?
Yep, correct.
And the two cousins, like the leader of the two, the one with all the brains, Jesse Plemons,
Who was awesome in this.
really good, maybe career best performance, and that is saying something because he's always
That's all today, actually.
He's always amazing.
They've put out
Always
the Oscar
really-
nominations, and Emma Stone is nominated, but Jesse Plemons is not.
Oh, that's a
It's
travesty.
weird.
Travesty.
Don't get that.
Yeah.
What would you give it out of 10?
Oh, 8.
8 out of 10. Yeah, I think that's pretty
I
solid.
gave this a 10, man. Fucking loved
Fair.
Bugonia.
I might go in the
as
middle. I might say
yeah.
9 on this. I'm going to say 9.
But yeah, I thought, as I said previously, this is the best Yorgos Lanthimos movie. I know you don't agree. You think Poor Things is
Yeah,
better, but I'm
prefer-
guessing you think second for this one?
Yeah, for me, the second. I prefer Poor Things slightly. Did you watch Poor Things, Joe?
I haven't.
No. Have you seen any of his films?
Not as of yet, no.
That was your phone saying, watch Yorgos Lanthimos.
Yeah, exactly.
That notification we set up.
Do you think you'll watch them all now, having seen that
I
one?
will, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, they've
100%.
all got quite a similar
That was
kind
quite
of
something.
off-kilter, weird vibe to them.
Yeah.
Often a lot of the same actors and stuff as well. He hasn't made a bad movie, in my opinion. I don't think there's a single one that he's made. I've seen all of them, and they're all like 8+ in my mind. They're all great.
All right, then. So we're going to quickly do a 5-minute spoiler discussion. So skip now. I'll give you the codes down below, whatever. the
Time codes.
The time
Yeah.
codes, yeah. So you can skip to the end of this conversation. Dave, you go on. You brought this to the table, so tell us.
Wow. I actually was not that surprised to find out that she was a real alien at the end.
I wasn't surprised because I predicted that it would go that way, but I didn't know it would go as far as it did, as in not just confirming that she's an alien, but that we get to see her, like she was telling him the truth about, being able to get to the ship by pressing this calculator.
Oh, that was so
buttons
funny
and,
that she runs out the ambulance and then does exactly that.
Yeah, that actually was what happens, and you get to see the alien, craft thing, and they pop the bubble and stuff. It was all awesome.
Oh, that final...
We went more hardcore sci-fi at the end than I would have predicted it would.
Yeah,
and I love
for
that
real.
bit. Yeah, I love the whole thing.
I love the subversion of this. I'm not always a subversion guy, but this was... I was like, oh, yeah. I can't believe they've actually got the guts to go ahead and do this. Like, for me, that makes it awesome, because a lot of films that get this big release and with such a big actress in the role and a big actor as well, they don't necessarily go ahead, or they change the source material a bit, because obviously it's a American remake, right? English model remake of a film.
I don't.
So,
Oh, well, yes, technically it is, but I haven't seen the original. It's like
Right.
a Korean movie,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, it's Korean,
But
yeah.
by all intents and purposes, from the people, the even bigger horror dweebs than I that have seen the original Korean one, this is better.
really?
Yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, I think it would have been a lot less interesting of a movie if she hadn't been a real alien. That would have been, not something we'd seen before,
Yeah.
but in line with a lot of things that we'd
I mean,
seen
it's not
before.
universal, though. I've looked online. Have you looked at some of the reviews that people have left online?
Not
It's
so much, no.
It's not completely universal.
Well, there are people... Some people don't believe that it's...
People don't like it.
Oh, they don't like it,
Some people
right.
just don't like it because they don't like the subversion of it, or they're taken aback by that. Including Hull, actually, we watched this together. She was a bit like taken aback and like, oh, what the fuck was that?
She just liked
yeah.
that Jesse Plemons was crazy.
It is a bit of a change
Yeah.
in tone as well as like...
Yeah, and
plot.
they do look. I mean, the way they dress and look is a bit like if Scientology was real.
That's
Like-
true.
Yeah.
So it's difficult sometimes to. I think some people didn't like that, feel cheated.
For
by
me,
it.
like, it just felt like a big joke. Like, it felt like that's what Yorgos Lanthimos' sense of humor is. To
yeah.
basically just, like, troll the audience at
I
the
mean,
end and
it
just
definitely helps.
change genres, even.
Having seen a lot of his other movies,
Yeah,
they have similar kind of motifs and sense of humours and dark comedy to them. I don't think he's done one that's like a purely serious movie. They all have this kind of wry smile to them as they go along in the plotting and the acting and etc. And it is a tonal shift, and you have to buy into it, and you have to buy into the presentation of it as well, which is a bit off kilter and weird. And meant to be a little bit amusing, but I was super fucking down with that.
I mean,
It was
I loved
awesome.
it. So the camera angles and things like that. The way that the underneath the stairs is one that lives long in my memory. Just for some reason, that amazing, sort of off-putting, a little bit quirky, as you say, camera angles and things like that. Really great.
Quite inventive all the way through. And the three performances are so fucking good.
Yeah.
Both as I would have expected from Jesse Plemons, as I would have expected from Emma Stone, but also the first time actor guy that I can't remember the name of.
Aidan Delbis
was amazing.
So he was
extremely good.
He's also like apparently neurodivergent in real life.
And
he was cast like as a non-actor basically.
Yeah.
He was excellent and like held his own completely.
Yeah.
Against those two like masters.
Ridiculously good actor and actresses.
Yeah.
And I kind of love the cop who comes in, like the really pervy, like obviously he's done something.
Definite some kind of abuse or something, and he's like weirdly apologising for it, also being creepy at the same time. Yeah, which is another like sense of humour thing going on a little bit in the dark way, but yeah.
And then that really disturbing final few minutes with the song, and where all of humanity is dead. Amazing.
I love that. That's just great. Yeah. 10 out of 10.
9 out of 10.
8 out of 10.
There we go. Watch it. It's amazing.
Yeah.
It really do.
I'm saying no flaws. 10 out of 10. Yeah.
All right. So let's move on to something upcoming horror. Just a quick discussion about what maybe is coming up, what we might be looking forward to, what might be out. I mean, we've had this plan for a while, so mine is basically fully out on the BBC at this point. I went with the remake that they've done of Lord of the Flies. I've not seen an adaptation of Lord of the Flies for a long time. And I know it's pushing the limit on horror, but in a way, sort of The Island, kids ruling, I think the BBC could do a genuinely really good job at it. I've not seen it as of yet.
I'm really interested to watch that as well. I've actually never read the book.
Yeah, I think I read it at school.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's quite brutal as well for the time and for the target audience. Yeah. But I'm imagining it's a book that's been adapted like dozens and dozens
hundreds
of
times. Of adaptations.
But at the same time, it's one of those where there isn't like you hear the name and you think of a particular movie, right? So
it's more like an idea, isn't it? Like even The Simpsons did an episode on it, right? With when they're all on the island.
But there's other books you could name, and you immediately think of the movie version. There is a definitive movie version of it. And
there's some concepts like this which never go out of fashion, like sort of desert island or being shipwrecked on an island, and you get stuck there and you're like, and
it's inherently a commentary on humanity and politics and general universality of conflict, and that will never get old.
Exactly.
So it's always
it's timeless.
Yeah,
it's really good. So I'm very much looking forward to seeing that. Dave,
for me, it's the upcoming film The Bride. From director Maggie Gyllenhaal, or Gyllenhaal, or however you say it.
See, when I was trying to research a movie to say I was looking forward to, I was like, this could be pretty good. But it is it's the first Maggie Gyllenhaal directed movie, right?
No, it's the second one, actually. Okay, I did look this up because I thought it was her first as well. She did a thriller before, apparently, which I haven't seen. But I'm super excited to see what she's like as a director in more of like a horror setting. I mean, Christian Bale, come on, of course. Like, never misses.
Christian Bale is one of the best actors of all time, and possibly the greatest working actor at the current time.
Even in like terrible films like Thor: Love and Thunder.
Yeah,
he's amazing.
It was a crime that he was in it, essentially. Yeah.
I also really like Jessie Buckley. I've only seen her in a few things. Like I'm thinking of ending things with Jesse Plemons as well. But she's great. Men as well. She was really good in that.
I really like that one.
So I'm super excited. Also, I realised that her brother's in it, right? Jake Gyllenhaal's in it as well, so she's directing her brother.
All right, awesome. And Jake Gyllenhaal's amazing as well.
Yeah. And I rewatched the trailer this morning, actually, just to remind myself what it was about. And it looked to me like what Joker 2 was trying to be the other year. It looks like, honestly, like a Joker and Harley Quinn film. Yeah. Like a Bonnie and Clyde thing. I'm really excited.
I'd have preferred something like that.
Yeah.
To what we actually got with Joker 2.
We're not talking about Joker 2 right now.
We can't ever stop
talking
about
that for like 2 hours, so we're going to have to make this a 3 hour.
Joker 2 is a dickhead of a film.
But I'm always optimistic. Maybe I shouldn't be, but no. I'm always optimistic about an actor directing because there's so many examples. Like Mel Gibson, who the fuck would have thought Mel Gibson could direct as well as he does?
Ben Affleck.
Clint Eastwood, Ben Affleck. Yeah, there's loads of examples of good or even not very good actors.
It's
but
kind
they
of the
direct and they do really well.
It's the opposite of old footballers getting into football management because they're all shit like Rooney and stuff.
I think that goes
like
across sports as well.
Yeah,
It's the same. Like they come in and because they've got natural gifts, they think all of the players on the team can do what they do, and that's not how it works. Yeah.
I mean, look at. Did you say Clint Eastwood as well?
Yeah.
I mean, Clint Eastwood, what amazing.
Incredibly
director.
good.
Very good director.
Yeah. And like not just a good director in terms of the movies he outputs, but the reason why he's directed about 1 million movies is because he's really good at, like, in a Ridley Scott-esque manner, coming under budget and like getting it delivered on time. Allegedly, when he's like, he'll do one take and he'll be like, "Yep, that's it."
Really?
But apparently, he's got the eye enough to be like, well, we don't need to do any more than that. That's fine.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, like, the proof is in the pudding. I've never seen a bad film that he's directed.
Yeah.
I haven't seen all of them, but
I'd say the only one United 93, I think it's called. Is that what it's
yeah,
called?
I've heard of that.
Because it was an
I haven't seen
interesting idea, because the whole cast is non-actors. And that hurts it a little bit, because a lot of the non-actors were like actual survivors of the plane terrorist attack that it's about. Or is it on a train? I can't remember.
United 93, isn't that the one about the 9/11 one?
Yes.
That's the 9/11 film, so it's not that one.
Well, there's
no
a train one there, and I can't fucking remember.
Unfortunately, there's no survivors.
No,
in
but
that one.
I thought that, well...
United 93 is Paul Greengrass.
Yeah, so it's not that one. There's another one where it's either a plane or a train. Because there was a 9/11 plane that got overpowered the...
Yeah, but that's United 93. United 93. United 93.
I typed in Clint Eastwood train movie, the 517 to Paris.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
It's a train, not a plane.
Different vibe.
Yeah. But similar
Heading
thing
towards the White
going on.
House.
Yeah. They used a big ramp. Like they got there, yeah.
Okay, anyway.
Yeah.
Mike, let's move on to something you're looking forward to.
Yes. This is a movie that probably nobody's heard of at the table or in general. But there's a horror film series called Horror in the High Desert. I'm looking forward to.
I've heard of it. I've never seen any, but I've heard really good stuff
I've
about
watched
it.
all 4 of them. Well, I watched the first one quite a while ago. But I watched the 3 sequels this week, and they're great, man. I mean,
they're as good as Reddit would have me believe. Then
I mean, technically, they're not that great, but like they somewhat pivot.
You're taking me on it.
They pivot between like, that was a really interesting, inventive way of doing found footage scares or creepy moments, and then the next moment they'll do something real goofy and shitty, and it'll be almost chuckle worthy, and then they'll go back to being good.
That sounds good to me. I like that.
But they're entertaining.
Yeah.
I wouldn't necessarily. I don't think I gave any. I think I gave every single one a 7, which to me is
average.
Pretty good.
To you.
Yeah, worth watching again, maybe. But yeah, I enjoyed them all, and I'm looking forward to the new one. And just watch them all. The first one's on Prime. The guy. Each one essentially follows like a new person that's in the Nevada desert, and the first one is a guy that he hears chants at night and there's weird lights, that kind of thing, so he goes and explores it. He's like the biggest nerd I've ever seen, like the biggest dweeb, this guy. He's like really into trains, and like there's a bit where he walks along and he's like, "Hello, sheep," and then the sheep walks away. "Oh, even the sheep don't want to talk to me."
Oh man.
So it's fun for just that guy, first of all. But it's really low budget, the first one, and it's got a quite well put together for the budget last 10 minute scares. And then the subsequent ones are basically as if it's presented in a mockumentary way, like it's a real thing. So each one's got a different vlogger / weirdo asshole that's gone into the desert trying to find out what happened to the guy from the first one. They develop the lore as it goes on. Some of it's like weird left turns that I don't think are very good. Some of them get back on track, but I'm happy for it to keep like
sounds great
progressing, because the first one came out in 2021, then 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 2, 3, 4 with 2023, 2024, 2025. There's going to be one this year.
Is it the same creative team every time then?
Same director.
Wow,
yeah,
that's cool.
That's cool, yeah.
Same people put together as far as I'm aware, and just keep pumping them out. I mean, I feel like the budget they use is very minimal. I hope it's a sustainable system where I can be talking about Horror in the Desert, 25 in 15 years. Yeah.
It's like those 3 years where we got GTA 3, Vice City, and San Andreas.
Yeah. I think if you're going in looking for the quality of that level, you might be a bit disappointed. But if you like found footage like I do, and I know that both of you do, it's I'm quite easily pleased with found footage, and it's better than a lot of the shit that I'm pleased by. So, so it's worth a watch.
Oh, great.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
And they're all quite short as well, like an hour and 10 to an hour and 25.
That's what my favourite right now.
Yeah.
Just as a quick aside, so I'm going to see Scream 7 on Monday.
Oh, I'm
okay.
excited.
Is that
I'm excited.
Release day?
It's out.
It's already out.
Yeah. But I've got my ticket for Monday afternoon. So
I want to see it on the weekend then.
Yeah.
We can talk about it next time.
Can't wait
Yeah.
to see you probably very upset.
Be
Probably going to
disappointed.
shit all over it.
Be disappointed, yeah.
I'd imagine.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. All right, let's move right on ahead. And this is where we are going back to You, Season 2, released in 2019. We're watching 2 episodes at a time per podcast. And we're getting there, guys. We're nearly
We're nearly at the end
season
already.
2.
Yeah.
And yeah, basically what we have is these guys have never seen it. I've not seen it since it was released. So we're kind of watching back, going through it. It's a good TV show, to be fair. It's a nice, easy watch. So we are going to go, first of all, episode 7, and then we're going to do a bit of review on episode 8 as well. So this is episode 7, Existential Crisis. To soothe heartache, Joe turns to ancient remedies, modern technology, and drinking with Delilah. But one small slip-up could have major consequences. Initial reactions, guys. Mike, what did you reckon to
I think it was a fun one. I liked the "and that's okay" that he kept repeating to himself as a mantra. I like that he
I'm
had
all I need.
Yeah, it had like a weird breakdown that was quite amusing with the hippie, shaman guy. I enjoyed that. Like, I enjoyed the theme throughout, and it was another one where, both of these where there's quite a lot of developments as it goes through. We're out of the filler zone or in the major leagues.
You know what I loved about this episode? Milo.
Oh.
I love Milo. What a character.
Like, honestly, like, he turned up at the beginning and I was like, oh.
Oh, yeah, he's the new boyfriend,
yeah,
isn't
the
he?
Australian.
Yeah.
The Australian
New
guy,
boyfriend,
yeah.
Ozzy Milo.
he's
So,
kind
like,
of a dick.
The first half, I was having fun with it. Like,
See, I'm swerving to 40. 40's a great guy.
yes! Yeah. This is a great episode
I've
for
warned
40.
to him.
A great
Yeah.
episode for 40. So the first half, like, we see him on, like, basically Tinder, right, Joe?
Well, 40 is basically like egging him on
I
to
know.
join.
He's such a
Tinder.
good friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's his rock, man. They're like a team. It's called Swiper, isn't it? Is it called? I can't remember what it's called. Yeah.
Flinger.
Flinger,
yeah.
But then, like, the second half of the episode really ramps up and it was great and leads into the next one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
How about you?
Yeah, well, I mean, we got this one, huge ramifications for Delilah, getting her article, first of all, published about Henry.
Yeah, I was so happy for her. Yeah.
So, like, things coming up her way.
Yeah.
And then you've got the whole scene where Joe throws up over her with it because he's doing this
the
fat
celery
projectile green.
cleanse.
celery
Yeah.
diet. And they end up having sex in public where, like, they get caught and sent to jail.
Yeah.
That guy, man, like, he pulls. Like, he gets so many women.
And then 40 saves the day.
Yeah. He's a
I
hero.
knew from the beginning he was a good guy, man. I knew you'd get on board with 40. He's a great friend to Joe.
I'm sold on him now.
Yeah.
Make him a permanent member of the TV show. I'm cool with it. Yeah.
And now, did you like that Delilah, did you find that logical, the way that she sort of finds out about Joe? Like, do you put it together?
Yeah,
I believed in the
Yeah.
discussion. I mean, she's a journalist anyway,
Exactly.
investigative journalist, so she's used to those kind of investigations. But I liked what they did where it kind of baited us out that she was going to find the stash, but because we'd seen where it was before, and then he'd moved it. But then she finds the keys and ends up finding it anyway. That's quite an...
I was thinking about the whole glass box situation.
Yeah.
That he doesn't even make an effort to like make it look like a library.
Yeah.
Put a blanket on it. Just hide it.
But like, it's a library box. Why doesn't he just say he has an old collection? Like, it's weird.
Yeah, because that's literally what it's for, right?
Yeah.
Originally. In
Oh,
the
that's a
first
good point.
season.
Yeah, just put some old books
Just
in
put
there.
some books in it and
But
make
it-
it look
but it's
like
Any
it's-
old books, actually.
Yeah, and he
Some
still
of it
left the bed in there and shit as
Yeah,
well. So
exactly.
it looks like a prison is what
Yeah,
it looks
yeah.
like, yeah. But I loved when Joe came in to find Delilah there and he looks unhinged as all hell.
Yeah.
His eyes are like wide as shit and he looks like mental and I love that. Yeah, because you don't get to see Joe truly unhinged very often, so...
Yeah, it is good. Did you like the acupuncture stuff?
Oh, with
Yeah.
Gabe. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like a flashback, isn't it? And then it cuts back to him just crying.
Yeah. It like broke his gates. Or
because he's
whatever.
like looking into his
Unzipped.
childhood again.
Yeah.
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 I was thinking about this episode, and do we feel sorry for Joe? Do we find that, is there any sympathy for this man? Like, is his childhood the reason for this?
Well, it's nuanced, right? Because no child could go through the kind of shit that he went through, but at the same time, it doesn't excuse.
As an adult, like a lot of like serial killers,
behavior.
real life serial killers have abusive childhoods, but it doesn't excuse them as adults. Like,
very much so.
he knows what he's doing is wrong, so no. Like, it's not that he's not unsympathetic, but he's still accountable.
Well, it means that he needs treatment and psychological help, but that doesn't excuse any violence that inflicts anybody else. So.
And he's a very fun character, just like go along with, because he's pretty bumbling.
He's highly
Yeah. He's somewhat like a moron most of the time. If he had his if he just stopped and thought about things before he did them, rather than just like haphazardly bumbling through, none of this shit. Delilah wouldn't have found the keys that he's just lying around in his house and this kind of shit. Yeah.
And then finally, that episode ends with a cliffhanger of Joe locking Delilah away in the glass box. Poor Delilah.
I was gutted.
He also KOs her as well.
Relationship.
We don't actually see him KO her, but she wakes up with like a bandage on the head.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, to get her in there.
Indeed.
You were saying, Dave, you're rooting for that relationship with Joe and Delilah. Like, it's going to work out fine.
No, well, before this episode, but I was like, it's kind of nice. Like, he actually helped her, encouraged her to write a story. It was nice.
Yeah, that was a positive interaction.
Yeah.
And maybe if he like starts a relationship that isn't already stalkerish at its offset, then maybe it would be better for him, but probably not.
Yeah.
Probably not now.
Before we move on, I just want to like highlight a 40 quote before we get to the next
Go
one.
for it. Come on, 30.
He's that's a compliment.
Not by that side eye, it wasn't.
Yeah.
He's
You're only 3/4 of the man if you're 30, so
3/4 of a great man. No, it's when he's talking to his sister Love, and he's like this: Miss, sick the PI on my girlfriend for my protection. Retract your claws lest you scratch yourself with hypocrisy. Which I push it to say.
showing your 30ness there because it wasn't as smooth. Yeah.
I said it's so bad.
That was awful.
Beautifully delivered. Yeah.
I'm ill. I've been excited all day to say that quote.
You've been pent up the whole time.
Fucked it up completely.
Ready to let it out. Yeah.
It's like, it's like it'd been like that quote, that famous quote from Kennedy. It was like, ask not what no what your country can do for you.
It's a
country. Do you remember that?
It's a tonal roller coaster, yeah. It's like when I was trying to remember the Thatcher quote. This woman's not for moving, or whatever I said. Is that the right one or the wrong one? I can't even remember.
No. The lady's not for turning.
Yeah. This woman won't be moved. Yeah.
Oh god. Anyway, let's move on to episode 8. I'm warm. Episode 8.
It's those new windows, mate.
Yeah. This is Fear and Loathing in Beverly Hills. Joe wants to get away, but 40 insists that they finish their script. As pressure mounts, Force's excessive coping devices make for a harrowing night. It was like 24, wasn't it? Right?
Yeah, it was like Hunter S. Thompson and Jack Bauer.
Yeah.
And you all had a baby.
Yeah. I love this episode.
And what a baby.
Great.
What a beautiful baby.
Because it was wearing the influences of 24 obliquely with the on-screen camera. Yeah.
They might as well have the dung, dung.
Yeah.
Indeed. And they were having fun with the drug element. They were having fun with Dimitri. I love Dimitri.
Yeah, Dimitri's great.
I hope he's
Just like sat outside eating his dinner.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah.
And what I loved about this one is just Joe getting high. Like, when he's like, slip that acid.
Like out of his mind, seeing the blood all over the place. Yeah, it's great.
It was brilliant. And what do we make of 40 in this? Like, his whole, like, kiss the bride thing.
Dark, man. That was dark.
Yeah.
Well, like, he's shows himself to be even better than he normally is anyway. He somehow has the deductive ability to work out the puzzle of the Beck stuff.
That's true.
Yeah, and I thought that was great. and the internal struggle from Joe as to how to deal with this, and like, yeah, it's good.
And how are we feeling for Delilah in this episode?
Not so great for her. It's not her best episode.
So last episode.
Yeah.
I thought it was quite a cool idea in general for him to have done, the time activated handcuffs and then use that as a tension pressure point throughout. Like, that was...
It was interesting, yeah.
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 Well, you're saying interesting like it's not...
No, I mean, like, it was like... It was
really interesting.
It was like a contrivance to get, like, that episode.
Yeah, but I love when they do the contrivances. Yeah. I'm down with that, yeah.
It was fun. They just wanted to do a 24 episode, I think.
Yeah.
Definitely. But we've also got sort of Joe with the time limit of 24. Mm-hmm. Were you feeling like he wasn't going to get away with this? What was sort of in your mind as he was
to be honest, like, there's a bit at the end, like, when he wakes up and there's like an hour left or something. I was expecting him to wake up and it to be at 0 already and she's out.
Yeah.
That, like, he was going to do everything that he could and then he was going to pass out and then miss it completely.
Yeah.
That's what I was expecting.
See, I was presuming that he had killed her because I don't think he would have necessarily, like, freaked out about the blood if he hadn't
so you
done
think
that.
he killed her? I don't think he killed her.
Well, who else would have killed her?
See, like, why is 40 still talking to Candace? I think Candace did it.
You think Candace did it? Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
But why?
Revenge against Joe to frame him. In fact, she may even be...
She would have assumed he'd do it anyway, right?
Yeah, but now, like, she's now... I don't know, the police could walk in and be in the next episode. Who knows what she said? But she's talking to 40. Maybe she made 40 do this whole episode. I don't know. I thought it was like a weird, like, non sequitur that he mentioned that he's talking to her, and nothing comes of that.
Yeah, but then I might still, like, rely on what I said before of the fact that, like, the Candace stuff is going to be season spanning and not necessarily localized to this one. Perhaps, I don't know.
Yeah, well, like a Moriarty in that.
Yeah, a returning villain, perhaps the Blofeld of you.
Indeed. And what else did we think that 40's? Hold on, let's start that again. So, Dave, you were kind of hot on the money earlier in the season when you...
About 40.
A member of the family killing the babysitter. Are you happy with that?
I was very happy, yeah. And like with his darkness earlier as well, with the 10K thing. I mean, I love 40, but like that was fucked up. And then you find out that he like...
But I like that kind of 40. That endears me more to him.
No, I mean, it's super fun, but you're like, there's a darkness here, like, more than you realise. And that he ended up killing that au pair just because she had a boyfriend at the end of the day.
Yeah.
I mean, she abused him and he was fucked up, sure. But he, like, admitted to, like, murdering her, right? Just because she had a boyfriend.
Yeah. I mean, I suspected there'd possibly be more to 40 in his... I didn't predict that, but I predicted or presumed there would be more to his backstory. Because usually when they use, like, recurring drug problems or alcohol problems as a plot device, when there's another character that went through the same thing in Love, having terrible parents, there's probably going to be an explanation as to why he's further off the deep end than Love is.
Yeah, and are you happy with Love's character arc in this one? What are you feeling about her sort of reconnecting with her mother? Or the mother, this narcissistic mother.
She's so horrible.
Yeah. She's super terrible. But, like, I liked that whole scene. I also liked the scene outside where Joe's, like, tripping and she's drunk as hell and it's, like, the messiest conversation possible. There's a little bit of, like... I mean, it's nice to see Love kind of shoving the past in the mom's face, but then we come to realize actually the mom has much more information in her brain about what's been going on than Love has.
Yeah.
So I think it would be quite an interesting moment when Love presumably finds out at some point what 40 did, and the whole family trauma, past history stuff comes out. It was good.
Awesome. And predictions for the final 2 episodes of the season. What are we aiming towards with the death of Delilah?
Well, I now think Candace is coming back.
Okay.
Right.
And you think that's going to be
it's going to be resolved at the end of this season in some way,
and
I think.
You would put it that, Candace did that murdering
Yeah.
of Delilah.
Like,
Yeah.
she did it herself. She colluded with 40 to do it. Or, like, manipulated him to do it. I don't know. But, yeah, I think she's involved. And it's... The next 2 episodes are going to be about her, I think.
Right. I think there's going to be a lot more General Ortega. Like, she might do the investigating of Delilah's missing status.
Shit, yeah, I completely forgot about her.
Like,
yeah,
I feel like that's going to be something, because obviously she's been quite an important character throughout, but she's not really been anywhere near realising anything about Joe. And if she's anything like a sister, obviously she's going to have some kind of investigative abilities. She's going to possibly connect the dots about Henderson, possibly connect the dots about the spy shit on her phone as well. If she links all of that to Joe, then she's going to be like following the same path as Delilah, and he might have a lot more of like a moral concern about doing anything.
Joe doesn't
to
hurt
her.
kids.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like if she like confronts him, then he'll leave. Like he won't do anything to her. Right?
Yeah,
he'll leave.
but at the same time, he had the moral conviction, he thought, to leave for Delilah, and then he didn't. So
yeah, but he like wouldn't even like he wouldn't do anything. Like he wouldn't even tie her up, or he would leave. I think. Like
you're making massive presumptions about the man's morality when he's told us time and time again that he lies to us about how moral he is. Yeah,
I don't know, man. I believe that stuff. But we have like a whole season of evidence that he doesn't fuck with kids.
Yeah, correct. But we don't know everything. We still learn more about his backstory. He evolves darker and darker as it stands. He's committing more and more murders. If he's like cornered, I feel like that's out of the realms of possibility.
If he kills General Ortega, I'll be like really surprised. That would be like something I really wouldn't expect.
Yeah, I mean it'd be quite dark for sure.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I mean, we'll just leave her locked up in the box until she becomes an adult and then kill her.
Do you think?
God, Fritzl style.
Dude.
Yeah.
Do you think that like if 40's innocent and not actually involved in Delilah's death, but like Candice was, that 40 and General Ortega will team up because they work together?
You just want a dream team. Is what you want.
What's this, a crossover episode? Come on.
I think 40's always going to have Joe's back until he's presented with like evidence that makes it clear, right? So I think
40 might cover for him. Like Joe could phone 40 right now and show the body, and 40 might cover for him. I don't know.
Yeah, quite possibly. I mean, I think yeah.
I mean, 40 like
40's
confessed to murder to Joe, right? Already.
Yeah.
So maybe he'd have his back.
I mean, it
right
could
now.
easily be a situation where once again love is turned away by more information, and 40's defending him again, and that becomes like a crux point, a crescendo, perhaps. I don't know.
Well, in the sense that like it's going to break Love and 40 up forever, like they're not going to be able to.
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, it's been proven to us time and time again that Love's feelings for Joe are very much vindicated and real and strong, but also she has this love for 40 that's never been broken, and I feel like that's begging any writer to give that ultimatum between them in some manufactured form.
Oh, so you think there's going to be a conflict between Joe and 40, and she's going to have to choose?
Yeah.
All right. Wow.
Let's see.
Let's find out next time. Very interesting. Yeah. Well, I look forward to watching the last 2 episodes again and seeing you guys, your reaction to it.
Yeah. Oh, and just to come back with the Candice point, I feel like Candice could come back, but I don't think. I would say we've got enough on our plate. I don't think Candice is coming back.
All right.
Yeah.
There we go.
Let's see.
Let's leave it there for that one. And now it's time for the big discussion. I give these two. I pose them
Dave's
a question.
leaning time.
Yeah.
I'm getting comfy.
I pose a question to these two. They've not heard it till today. And then we just have a sort of discussion and see what we can make of it. It's kind of all over the place. It's quite fun. It's quite different. So let's go with it. Let's see what happens. I feel like I've got a nice Dave safe one this week.
Oh, why would you say
That's what
that?
you said about the last one, I feel like.
Yeah.
I did okay in the last one, I think.
Okay, well.
Mike's not convinced at all.
I can't remember. What was the last one? The smartest killer? Or was
It was the one with the crossover one.
Yeah, that was all right. Good job,
Yeah.
Dave. Yeah.
But this one's a bit more, I think, down your street.
Okay, let's see.
Because
Is it about fucking Terrifier or something?
No. Okay. Are we still living in the peak of the golden age of the modern era of horror?
Oh,
Yes. No. The peak of all time,
The
or
peak
a peak
of this golden age of horror.
If we're talking about this golden age, then yes. Last
think?
year was incredibly strong, and this year, okay. When I say last year, I mean 2024.
Yeah, sure.
And 2025 was also incredibly strong. And, Bugonia is a 10 out of 10, and I don't give a lot of 10 out of 10s. There's probably like only a handful of movies post 2000 where I've given a 10 out of 10 to a horror movie, or what I would classify as a horror movie. So that very much means to me, if it was just that one, I could possibly argue, somewhat of a golden age, but there's loads. There's so many 8 and 9s out of 10.
It's been a banner year.
The last 2 or 3 years.
I mean,
we're early in this one, but Bone Temple came out. I gave that an 8.
Yeah, I mean, normally they say that January is like the dumping ground for like films that the studios don't expect to do well.
Yeah.
But like Bone Temple, I mean, I guess people didn't see it in the end.
Yeah.
But like it was good. It was a really good film.
Yeah, for sure.
And like it was only hurt by like the reputation of its preceding one. But like that's not
on
like
the flip side, though, when we look at like upcoming horror movies, there's not a huge amount of things that come out and scream to me like this is going to be fucking great. But I don't know whether, because we only started doing this.
What
now.
is upcoming?
I don't know whether like that's a usual thing, because a lot of the time, a lot of my favorite horror movies of the year are from relatively unknown directors or first-time directors, or stuff that wasn't necessarily marketed. I'm thinking of stuff like Red Rooms, right? Like I only heard about that at the internet because of the internet's buzz following release, and that happens a lot with a lot of horror movies. So based on looking at upcoming movies, I'm not going to get anywhere near a full read of what's coming out.
Yeah, 100%.
That I think might
like,
be good. But I have full confidence that this year is going to be strong.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, like it's very rare. It's like a franchise film in the end that gets to like the top 10, maybe one a year. But normally it's stuff I wouldn't have heard about until after it's come out. You get like the buzz on Reddit.
Yeah, correct.
I mean, like as a related question, how would you like define the beginning of the modern golden age? Like for me, I always think of the Babadook as like the beginning of elevated horror, and then that
What
just
year was that?
2014, I would
That's
say.
quite early. Like,
So you
I'd have to look at a
When
list
was
of-
Hereditary?
2018.
Yeah.
So
still quite
by then,
It's
for
8
sure.
years ago now.
Yeah. But I would say
Yeah.
we were already there by the time Hereditary came out, would you say?
I mean, like, it depends what you're comparing it to, because the 2010s, even earlier than 2014, were,
It was
far and away better than the 2000s.
Yeah.
But it ramped up
Because it was like paranormal for like the early 2010s, wasn't it? Like the Conjuring films and Insidious were
your
dominating.
James Wan and your Blumhouse
Yeah.
stuff, which has got some good stuff, but I wouldn't call that any kind of golden age. I would probably argue later. I'm just trying to think of what came out in those kind of mid 2010s years. Definitely by the time Hereditary came out, we're talking after the start of the golden age. So
Yeah,
maybe
like,
if I was to look into 2016 or 2017,
Well,
maybe
the way-
post-Trump election, everybody really wanted to make scary movies.
Some elevated escapism.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as like the
Witch.
world becomes worse, then like horror movies become stronger. Is usually the term. Like The Witch was 2014,
16, 15, maybe 15. Something like that.
I'll have a look. Well, carry on.
I'd say that's kind of dawn era of.
Maybe
though I'm bigging up Eggers here as a person that doesn't really like.
I know you like him,
but I do like
15.
Yeah. I'd say that's and that's an even 2015 plus. I could go with that.
It Follows was around then, wasn't it?
Yeah, but I don't really like it that follows that much. I don't know. I'd have to look at a list of movies, but that sounds possibly sensible. 15, 16, 17, it's around there.
Yeah.
Are we still in this though? Have we 20
I think we
24
possibly
and
dipped out of
25
it,
are so
right?
good?
No,
But
I mean,
surely 26 is not going to be able to live up to what we've seen.
I would have said that at the start of 25 and then was blown away with 25.
Yeah.
Because
I think 24 was way stronger than 25, though, on the flip side of that. Like, because we did the top 5 of 2024.
When we're about to do a top 10 of 25.
Yeah, correct. And I was like really struggling narrowing down from about 7 to 5 when we did the 2024 one. And I think I like all of the ones in the top 10 of my list, obviously. But at the same time, there's 3, I think, that really stand out as like, fuck, that was good. Whereas 2024, I think like 5 or 6 were like blow away.
I don't know,
great
like
movies for me.
For me, I would say 24 had a higher high in the substance, like nothing last year. came up to that level, I would say, for me.
Yeah, for sure.
But like,
And Terrifier 3.
and Terrifier 3.
Yeah, I put something above both of those, didn't I? I can't remember what it was. Did
Yeah.
You
You
did.
did. I don't remember what your number one was now.
I? Yeah.
Neither do I.
Oh no! Yeah, I saw the TV Glow, which was awesome.
Oh, that was
Yeah.
that was an interesting choice.
One of my
for
absolute
that one,
favorites.
yeah.
I think I actually gave that a 10 as well. So yeah, that's a 10 in 25 and a 10 in 24. So yeah, I think 2024 was like probably the strongest horror movie year post 2000 in my opinion. So if that's the apex, and 2025 is slightly down from that, that might mean it's ramping down perhaps, or it might mean it's just shimmying
Yeah,
around.
it's like everything does.
It's on a level, I would say.
I mean,
It's fluctuating, but it's on a level.
Let's
Like,
not forget that 2020, the COVID year, had a gap in horror releases, which brought it down.
Yeah, but
then
that doesn't
2021
count.
had a lot of shit that came out in bulk and across all genres, not just horror. There was a fuck ton of good stuff in 2021 and 2022.
I mean, I'm still sort of like glad we've got things like A24. I'm really glad we have these studios to sort of put money in it, and they don't put millions and millions like a Marvel film. These are like the mid-budget films of yesteryear.
Yeah, they basically don't exist apart from A24.
Only
now,
in
yeah.
horror, only in real.
And
horror
Neon as
films.
well was like up and coming, isn't it? Doing quite well.
Yeah.
Doing
I mean,
a lot
there's a
of
lot of these middling kind of size studios that produce predominantly horror movies or horror adjacent movies, and that's part of the reasoning for why since this 2015, 16, 17 period, we've had a lot of strong movies. But at the same time, that's not necessarily going to last forever. I think there's been quite a few A24 releases recently that are not so great. Off the top of my head, I can't remember them.
Well,
but
I would argue, though, with that, what is good about when they're not good is that they're still allowing the money to go in and experiment, and they're letting them come out.
yes, but at the same time, Blumhouse does the same thing where they fund like loads of different stuff, and there's like 1 in 20 that's good.
Right.
Like
but
ultimately, it can become a situation where like
What are you saying?
Now, like I used to love the Blumhouse model, but the problem is like it's so business first that everything is so safe. Like they put as little money in it as possible, try and make it as mainstream as possible. There's no like,
and you don't think the horrors of capitalism are going to do that to A24 and any other studio that becomes a certain size?
yeah, I mean it's probably inevitable, but right now I would say that even if A24 has some misses,
Because every single
they're
year,
all swings though. Every single A24 film release that I've seen
true,
is
but
a swing.
every single year there's the new, most successful, most commercially revenue generating movie of A24's studio history is released. So there will be a certain point where it becomes a bigger studio. There will be a certain point where they start to plot out trends of what was successful and what wasn't successful commercially, and then they start to centralize what their identity is known as in terms of the movies that they produce in a Blumhouse-ish manner, and the ones that don't fit that ideal will get less money, and then slowly they'll start to filter out, and then maybe there'll be a dull period for a bit, and then we'll get a new company that's started by horror passionate people that are uninterested in the capitalism of it, and that's the
Well, I mean, it's
cycle
already
as it
happening. It's
goes.
already happening with Neon, isn't it? Which is already like taking some of A24's market share. They're doing like the Osgood Perkins stuff. They did Shelby Oaks. So they're up and coming. So we'll see what they got this year.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't like any of those, but yeah, maybe they'll do some good ones. Osgood Perkins sucks.
So you think we are sort of still living on the peak? We're basically on the top of Everest.
I think we might be on the downswing, but we're still in peak years. I
Maybe
think.
there's another peak. Maybe we're just going through a drop and we're coming back up.
Yeah,
to
it
the
could
next
be the
peak.
Big Dipper, perhaps. Yeah, but
Yeah, but there
I don't
must be
know.
like a reason though for it to dip. It doesn't just dip. Like elevated horror like took off like basically as a protest against like supernatural films took off because of a protest against torture porn. And then like you get like the Babadook, which is a supernatural film but with a bunch of substance. And
yeah, but the thing
like,
about elevated horror is it's not like a subgenre of horror in the same way paranormal or zombies or torture porn is. It's more of like an ethos in terms of your approach to any of those pre-existing genres. And I'm not saying it won't go out of style, because it definitely will. Nothing lasts forever. But it has a broader scope, so it can theoretically be popular or be new and fresh and interesting and original for a longer period of time. But at the same time, as you say, Babadook 2014, that's 12 years ago. That's a long time for a horror peak. I mean, my golden years would my ultimate golden years period would be like 68 to 79 probably. So that's 11 years. So, I mean, how often I'd have to look into the previous ranges of time that I think are golden ages for horror, and is this too long? And it's on the downswing, because I can't imagine that we're going to have a 20-year span that we could call a golden age of horror. That's a lot of time. So
absolutely.
Yeah, but then it depends, like, at the end of the day, like, where you define the actual golden age to start and what was just a ramp up.
Yeah, correct.
Like, because, like, maybe you get, like, an It Follows a year. You get a Babadook a year, or a Get Out or something. But, like, when, like, by the time of Hereditary, let's say, was it, like, the exception or the norm?
Well, yeah, I mean, we'd have to set metrics, right? And I'd have to look at my Dweeby data around movies, because I log them all. But, like, I would say as a base level, if there's 5 movies that I would identify as really, really good, as in 9s or 10s in my opinion, or like high 8s as I would categorize them, that's a real good year. That's a golden age kind of year, which is definitely the case with 2025 and 2024, I believe. Definitely 2024. So yeah, once it starts tapering down and I'm thinking of that of like 2 movies, that's the end.
Well, here's a theory. Just 2019. I'll tell you why. Because that was the end of the MCU. I mean, obviously it carried on, but that was when everyone started to pay less attention.
Yeah,
and that
was Endgame, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I think that's totally different audiences, though. Surely,
I don't agree. It's like a teenage audience. It's the people that go to the movies and pay the money.
And on what Dave's saying, I would also suggest that they took up a lot of the theatre space at that time.
Also
as well.
true.
They took so many screens that nothing else could actually get in.
This is true. And also when Marvel was big, everything, even horror, was chasing a bit of the Marvel money. Universal monster cinematic universe bullshit and that kind of thing. Taking up money and space in the horror genre.
And there was that the first film to come out after COVID was that one with the sort of... God, what's his name from Gladiator?
Russell Crowe.
Russell Crowe.
Pope's Exorcist.
No, the other one. No, the Road Rage one. The Road Rage.
Unhinged.
Unhinged. That was the first film.
Great. I love it.
That was the first film to come out of COVID, after COVID, and the one before was The Hunt. So The Hunt was one of the last ones in the cinema.
Yeah.
And then we came back, so it ended with a horror.
That's bookended by real good movies as well. So that definitely spans the golden years. Yeah. But
very interesting.
So will there be another like trend in movies that will overtake?
There definitely will. It's just when it happens, right? Like, well, in movies in general, you think, or in horror?
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, because like horror's like never been as popular as it has been, at least I think since 2000.
Someday,
very much mainstream. At the moment.
I think someday we're gonna get, because we've had it with comic book movies being like a form of storytelling that was adapted to the big screen, and it finally hit. When before it didn't necessarily do so, especially before, your Spider-Man and such. It was basically the Tim Burton Batmans and Superman. But like, video game movies, because they keep trying, eventually maybe they make like Final Fantasy 1 through 9 and that's a big thing, or like, I don't know, some other strong...
We're due a new Tomb Raider film.
Yeah, but I love the Angelina Jolie one. So. But something like that, right? Like
I think video games will do better in TV, to be honest. That's my thinking. And they're already doing well in TV.
Fallout.
Yeah, but at the same time, like a lot of these comic books and graphic novels that have been adapted are long form content as well.
Yeah, but like
for Final Fantasy VII Remake, they split it into 2 games, so they could do 2 movies if they wanted to. It's not like fans of Final Fantasy VII wouldn't go see 2 movies.
But I also think though, with like the rise of streaming and the death of cinema, that like TV is the way.
And we've got Baldur's Gate. That's going to be a film.
It's going to be a film, is it?
Yeah, it's not following any of the, apparently the story of it, but it's going to be a film. We've had, in the last few years, what have we had?
Dungeons and Dragons.
Dungeons and Dragons, yeah. What's the one that David Bowie's son did? David Jones.
Oh, Warcraft.
He did Warcraft, as well. So there's been lots of those adaptations that have come and gone and not quite hit the mark. Uncharted,
Piece of shit.
Indeed. I love Uncharted.
No. It's all right.
I'm literally in a Papa John's right now. Is a great bit in cinema history.
But coming back round, the other thing is slasher is always there. So Halloween always makes a ton of money. When even the one that's shit in the modern trilogy.
The one.
You know which one Halloween ends. So anyway, Evil Dies Tonight is amazing.
I love Kills.
It is.
I still haven't rewatched Ends.
No, I haven't either.
I want to.
I've got the triple Blu-ray, and I'm like,
have you?
One day I need to watch it. Maybe we'll have a day of just watching that.
I'd love to.
The trilogy. I want to see Michael Myers on the back of a moped.
Deleted scene.
Yeah.
I mean, I would love that. You could try and sell me on the second one. I feel like I hated it though. It's the one where he's being kicked on the street by the mob and shit like that, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then he kills them all.
Like some kind of
like a superhero, basically.
Yes, exactly. I hated it.
Mate, it's a great film.
Anyway, right, let's end it there.
Yep.
On that one. Thank you, Mike, and thank you, Dave.
Joe.
Thank you, Joe.
No worries. Catch up with us next time. There'll be more content. Like, share, and subscribe to the podcast. Comment down below. Tell us what you think. Tell us what you hate. And we'll try and get back to you as soon as we can. In the meantime, follow us all. We've got like 70 videos nearly on the page now. So there's lots of content to get through. Lots of shorts. So enjoy that. And we'll see you soon. Goodbye.
Bye.
We're going to do the cult thing again.
Yes.
Woo!
Join us.